Good day to you. Some of you have asked me why the delay in this next episode. Thank you for your concern. The reason is I was very ill. I had a very bad cold and a sore throat, so I couldn't record on time. But here we are. In this episode, as I promised last time, I'm going to illustrate to you, without any shadow of doubt, the plan of the Zionist movement to steal the entire landmass of Palestine by force, if necessary, and get rid of all the Palestinians. Theodor Herzl, the founder of the Zionist movement, said this in 1895. We must take the land gently. We shall try to spirit the penniless population across the border by procuring employments for them across the transit countries, while denying it any employment in our country. But both of these processes must be done discreetly and in secret. In 1917, Leo Motzkin said the following: "Our thought is that the colonization of Palestine has to go in two directions: Jewish settlements in Eretz Israel and the resettlement of the Arabs of Eretz Israel in areas outside the country." There you are. Colonization and resettlement. Both are illegal under international law, and if you say nowadays that Israel is a colonial project, you will be accused of anti-Semitism. But it is, and it will continue to be. The colonizing of Palestine was very much in their plan. This is another infamous Zionist, Ze'ev Jabotinsky, the founder of the Likud movement, saying it in 1925. Zionism is a colonizing adventure, and therefore it stands or falls on the question of armed forces. He continues to say, if you wish to colonize a land in which people are already living, you must provide a garrison for the land or find a benefactor who will maintain the garrison on your behalf. Yet, the rallying cry of the Zionist movement was a land without people for a people without a land. They lie and manipulate again. Yusef White, director of the Jewish National Fund, said the following in 1932. There is no room for both peoples in this country. The only solution is Eretz Israel, or at least Western Eretz Israel without Arabs. Again, transfer, illegal under international law. He continues to say there is no room for compromise on this point. They never did. They never compromise. They keep hitting us harder and harder and harder, and they keep stealing our land. There is Mr. Gurion, considered to be the father of the Israel project and its first prime minister, saying this in 1937 after the advent of the Peel report. And he says, after the formation of a large army in the wake of the establishment of the state, we will abolish partition and expand to the whole of Palestine. He clearly admits that they are going to steal the entire landmass of Palestine. So the notion of the Jews finding a safe haven in Palestine is just a myth. There is Mr. Gurion again in 1937 saying, the Arabs will have to go, but one needs an appropriate moment for making it happen, such as a war. And they do create those moments. They intimidate, they murder, they steal the land, and wait for our reaction that will come, and they hit us as hard as they could. Ben Gurion again in 1938. I support compulsory transfer. I don't see anything in it immoral. You see, the IDF, after the creation of Israel, is always referred to as the most moral army in the world. Where is the morality in stealing somebody's land, kicking them out of the land, and if they refuse to move, you murder them? These people are not bashful about their intentions. Their intentions has been, and still are, to steal the entire landmass of Palestine without any Palestinians in it. In 1940, Yusef White said the following: it's our right to transfer the Arabs, and the Arabs should go. Again, a clear call and advocacy for the removal of the Arab population from Palestine by all means possible. It's against the international law. But when did Israel adhere to any international law or any UN resolution? And finally, Ben Gurion, yet again in 1948, said the following: we must use terror, assassination, intimidation, land confiscation, and the cutting off of all social services to rid the Galilee of its Arab population. There you have it, a clear admission of land theft, ethnic cleansing, and murder. And this juggernaut of destruction and theft continues until today. That's all for now. Thank you for listening. Bless you.